If you believe that your scalp has become so sparse that regaining hair is impossible, then this video is specially for you. Today, we are sharing the case study of a patient who was 27 years old, yet facing an advanced stage of hair loss. At this age, when people are building their careers and confidence, baldness severely impacts their self-assurance and overall personality. He had lost almost all the hair on his scalp, except for the donor area at the back and sides of his head. His baldness was classified as diffuse grade 5, where a few weak and miniaturized hair follicles were still present but not healthy enough to give a good appearance. His hairline had not shifted backwards, but it had thinned out very badly, making the forehead and scalp look quite empty. The frontal area and mid-scalp had extremely sparse thinning, with very few surviving hairs spread thinly, giving an uneven look. Meanwhile, his crown region was comparatively less affected. It showed signs of reduced volume. Both his natural whorls at the crown were still intact, but the hair around them had thinned considerably. Visually, his donor area looked a bit less voluminous, but it was actually packed with strong and healthy follicles, enough to successfully cover his baldness. Before we move ahead in the video, if you have any questions or doubts about baldness or hair transplant, drop them in the comments. We'll answer them in our next video. After a detailed and thorough trichoscopy session, it was time for one of the most crucial steps, designing the perfect hairline to restore his natural facial framing. While designing a hairline, our expert took into account every detail, from his facial symmetry to the natural proportions of his forehead to his round face shape. These details helps in crafting a hairline that would complement his overall appearance. Along with the hairline, the entire affected area, including the frontal zone, mid-scalp, and area of the crown region, was carefully outlined. This detailed mapping served as a blueprint to guide the implantation process, ensuring the distribution of grafts would give maximum density, natural coverage, and long-lasting results. During the procedure, our skilled experts followed an artistic approach to ensure the most natural and dense outcome possible. In the hairline zone, single and thin hair follicles were carefully implanted in an irregular pattern. This technique is essential to mimic the natural irregularities found in a real hairline, avoiding any flat or drawn appearance and giving the frontal area a soft natural transition. Moving into the frontal zone and mid-scalp, where the need for density is higher, double and triple follicles were implanted. This distribution added visible volume and thickness, restoring a rich, healthy look across the scalp where thinning was most severe. For the crown region, our experts paid extra attention to natural angulation. The follicles were implanted at varying angles and directions, ensuring the regrowth would blend with the existing swirl patterns without looking artificial. In this case, a total of 5,000 grafts were implanted, all extracted from the patient's safe donor zone, ensuring both the donor area's preservation and long-term sustainability of results. If you also want to take control of your baldness, just comment "Guide me." Our team will reach out to you. At this stage, PRP therapy nourishes the scalp with growth factors, strengthens the implanted hair follicles, and stimulates faster and healthier hair growth. This session was an important part of the post-operative care. Meanwhile, during the examination of his scalp, our experts observed 50% shedding in the transplanted area, which is a part of post-hair transplant journey. Despite the shedding, the newly designed hairline was already becoming visible, striking an impressive frame to his face and hinting at the fuller look to come. Additionally, the donor area had also healed completely and would become undetectable with time. 3 months post-transplant, the patient's recovery and hair growth journey continued to progress as expected. The shedding phase was still ongoing, which is a completely normal part of the hair transplant timeline. However, encouraging signs had already started to appear. A noticeable number of follicles had successfully entered the active growth phase. The crown region showed promising early results. The newly implanted follicles were sprouting healthy hair, gradually beginning to fill out the crown area, and soon it was expected to develop a visibly dense look. Meanwhile, the donor area had healed exceptionally well. By this stage, it had become virtually undetectable, blending seamlessly with the surrounding natural hair.
9 months post-transplant.
The change in our patient's appearance was truly impressive and life-changing. The once sparse and thinning frontal area and mid-scalp were now densely populated, with a seamless blend between the transplanted and his existing native hair. There was no visible distinction, just a rich, continuous flow of healthy hair. The crown region, which initially had shown signs of thinning, had also responded excellently. Volume and density had significantly increased, complementing the overall look. Now, his entire scalp was covered with thick, lush, and voluminous hair, giving him the vibrant and confident appearance he had been yearning for. This stage marked not just the restoration of his hair, but a complete boost to his personality and self-confidence. 11 months post-transplant, the patient's hair growth had reached an even more refined and mature stage. By this time, every gap had filled in beautifully, and the overall appearance of his scalp had become exceptionally dense and natural looking. The transplanted hair had not only grown in length, but had also gained thickness and strength, blending perfectly with his native hair to create a full, even coverage across the entire scalp. The hairline appeared completely natural, with soft irregularities and natural density gradients. The frontal area and mid-scalp looked robust and voluminous, giving him a very fresh and dynamic look. At the crown region, the swirl patterns were now fully visible, with rich, thick hair radiating out naturally, completing the transformation beautifully. Additionally, the texture, shine, and health of the new hair had improved significantly, giving the patient the freedom to style it as he wished, whether combing it back, parting it, or keeping a casual natural flow. By the 11th month, the transplant had delivered results that didn't just restore his hair, it redefined his confidence, personality, and appearance, making it almost impossible to imagine that he once battled advanced baldness. Now, after seeing this incredible transformation, you know that even if your scalp has become extremely sparse, regaining hair is absolutely possible. With the right diagnosis, advanced techniques, and expert hands. Book your consultation today with our experts.
हेलो फ्रेंड्स, अगर आपने अभी तक हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो प्लीज इस वीडियो को लाइक कीजिए, शेयर कीजिए और हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और ध्यान रहे बेल आइकन दबाना ना भूलें, जिससे हमारे हर वीडियो का अपडेट आपको समय समय पर मिलता रहेगा।